Hey, how's it going? It's John again, coming to you from my in-laws basement. I'm gonna play grid number 440 in honor of Jason Giambi, who hit 440 career home runs in his illustrious career. Also got to represent the Oakland Athletics in backyard baseball 2001, so maybe I'll get a chance to use him if the Rockies or the Guardians or A's or Yankees come up. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. Let's see if I can make it possible, and then I'll do the grid number 439 after this. Was traveling yesterday, so wasn't going to be able to sneak it in. Let's share the screen here. All right. Hit and play, hit and go, and away we go with the timed version of grid number 440. All right, that's Jack Morris. All right, I think Alan Trammell will work here. And Lou Whitaker will work here. 200 career wins by someone. Blue Jays, Clemens, not going to be a lot of options there. Let's see, 200 career wins and a 6-WAR season. Bob Gibson, among others. 200 career wins and pitching for only one team. Walter Johnson will work. That's gonna be a tricky one later. Takes 8%. All right. Carlos Delgado, lots of first base. Lou Gehrig, sure he did that. Outplayed first base, only one team. Shoot. I was thinking Gehrig. Let's see. Is there anyone current right now? I'm already over my limit. Got frozen. Wonder if Bagwell. All right. So for a score of 96 there, but it took me a minute 30. David Price leading the way there. Cabrera leading the way there. He had some 7-WAR seasons. K-Line. Lou Gehrig leads this one. Yeah, no huge surprises there. Olerud edging Delgado. I guess that is interesting. Halladay leading the way on 200 wins. That's going to be a tricky one. See if I can come up with someone who dipped into Toronto and has over 200 wins. There can't be that many of them, right? I'll cheat. There's 6. So, and I picked Clemens. Clemens has 37, Halladay at 38. So the remaining 4 people have about 25. I don't think Dave Stieb makes it. I Phil Necro makes it, David Wells, so that's 2. Anyway, I'll just stop the timer here since it's distracting, and I'll that'll be the biggest one, I guess, biggest driver. Share that screen, same deal. Playing grid number 440, going for a rarity score. Understand the rules. Thank you for the ads. Incognito mode. All right. So we had Wells, we had Necro. Cone doesn't quite get there. Hankins not gonna get there. Dave Stewart, I don't think quite gets there, nor does Jimmy Key, I don't think. I'd be very surprised if Jimmy Key got to 200 wins. Um, I'm, oh, I'm borderline on Doyle Alexander, but he works for the Blue Jays. He'll also work up here. People know Doyle Alexander on the Tigers though, because of the infamous Smoltz trade. So I don't think that's going to trick very many people. And I believe Burley is actually going to be the other one. So it seems like Alexander might work. I don't know if that's going to be more or less rare than Necro. Or if I'm missing somebody. I'm not positive that Doyle Alexander had 200 wins. I think he was like just a little bit above 500, regardless of what he did. Um. Anyway, I'll stew over that one for a little bit here. Let's see here. Detroit 6-war season. I'm trying if there's anybody I know of who would be like a surprising one here. Not a lot of 6-war seasons happening in my baseball upcoming with following baseball generally for the Tigers. Maglia Ordonez in 2007 would work. Of course, Verlander would work. You'd go back to like Denny McClain will work. Hal Newhouser will probably work. His MVP seasons would go Gehringer, Sam Crawford, Harry Hillman, obviously Ty Cobb. Lots of options there. I think I can barely see it. But Hal Newhouser for full percent. All right. Now that this Scubel fellow, how long has he been pitching there? I don't have enough confidence in that one. I don't actually know his career that well. Trying to think other. Did I have a Detroit guy? Like one of the 300, in 10 plate appearances. I'm trying to remember, but nobody's actually coming to mind for that one. And I think Sam Crawford might work. Ty Cobb does not. I'm not sure on Harry Hillman. How long did Bonderman pitch for? Jeremy Bonderman. Too long. He definitely moved around. That's actually, I'm impressed that he made his career last that long. He had a rough start. Let's go down. I might mess up on that one. Let's see, 6-war season, 200 wins. Let's see. I bet we could go with anyone just over who might be a good pick. Pedro would work. I don't think we want to go with Pedro though. I'm not sure on Jack Quinn if he ever had a 6-war season. Because he's a good go-to for 200 wins. Jim Bunning is another one. I'm not sure on. Go Lefty Grove. Maybe a Tim Keefe. Get some 19th century action. There we go. 0.1 glorious mustache. Great. All right. 6-war season out of somebody who has played first base and they don't have to be at the same time. So I believe DiMaggio or Mantle would be all right picks there. I'm fairly sure Mark Loretto would work. He was a first base. He would play first base on occasion with the Brewers, and his 2004 season with the Padres, where he played second base, I believe was over 6-4. I'd be surprised if it wasn't, but I'm not 100% sure. So maybe I shouldn't go with that one. Or some other ones. I mean, Carew, but he played a lot of first base. Well, sort of snuck over there. Actually, what if we did that over here? Jolton Joe takes 0.3. All right. Playing first, not always playing first and getting to 6-war. How about Mike Schmidt? He moved to first base in like the 85 season and then moved right back to third. So he takes 0.6. All right, looking for a Blue Jay. Your main first baseman for the Blue Jays include Olerud was the number one guy there. McGriff preceded him. Joe Carter plays a bit of first base in there. He catches the final out of the 92 World Series. Then you kind of transition over to Delgado, and he keeps it through about 04. Somewhere in there, you'll transition over to like a Lyle Overbay. Just Smoke will also work. Like Guerrero will obviously work. Like Guerrero. Junior, that is, obviously. Um, maybe get an Adam Lind, perhaps. I think he was mainly a DH, but I think he probably played a little bit over there at first. What if Roy Howell ever got over there? That would be a total guess. I wouldn't. I don't have enough confidence to put Roy Howell at first. I think played some third. Um, oh, where to go? Where to go with this one? Molitor, maybe? Probably played like an inning or two over first base here or there. Let's try that out. Let's see how that does. Full percent. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go Necro. I don't have quite enough. Of course, I can't see what I'm writing. There he is. Takes 3%. I think that's decent. The other four people didn't. I think Boomer Wells was going to be pretty high. So let's see, 200 career wins pitching for only one team. And man, I burned that on Bob Gibson. No, I burned it on Walter Johnson, but I burned Bob Gibson last round as well. Um, what other guys got to? See, I know Christy Mathewson played a season with Cincinnati, so he messes that one up. Warren Spahn bounces around a little bit after the Braves. We only need 200. What if like did Epa play for a team besides the Reds? I think that's what he's best known for. Um, what other people stayed with the same team their whole careers? I mean, I'm trying to think of guys like maybe Whitey Ford. Maybe I go with him. I'm fairly sure he works. I don't think it'll be that rare though. Yeah, that wasn't rare at all. Ooh. I thought it was going to be like in the single digits somewhere. I was about 10% off from where I thought Whitey Ford was going to land. But then again, it took me a while to come up with anybody, and I came up with him. So um maybe that's par for the course. All right. It's someone over here. About Matt Stairs for 2%. And only one team for the Tigers. Man, have I messed this one up before? I think I might have. I don't know how much Denny McLean gets around. Yeah, that's a big maybe for me. What about that catcher? Same time frame. Why am I blanking on his name? Freehan, I think. Bill Freehan. He goes deep into the 70s. I'm thinking he might actually stayed with. I'm trying to think of people on the Tigers right now. Brewers just played them a couple series ago. I don't know if Scooble works. Let's try Scooble actually. I don't actually. Tarek Scooble. All right, he does work. Takes 7% though. So this was not a good rarity round. There were 384 options, and I went with Scooble. For 7%. So let's see here. Let's just verify this one. Was that and I know I'm way over time. Was that Doyle Alexander here? Let's see, Toronto. So we get Clemens, we get Necro, we get Morris, we get Wells, Burley, and Halliday. Okay, so it was not Doyle Alexander. I think I didn't list I did not list Morris because I'd already gone with him. I think that so I might have already erased him. Where does Doyle Alexander end up? This is sort of the after hours portion of this. 194. So I would have been off on that. So good thing I went with who I went with. Anyway, I'll get this uploaded. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and we'll be back at it in a little bit here. I'll go ahead and shoot grid number 439. All right. Thank you.